Okay, 大家你好. We just now had about 10 people, maybe 12 people show up to period one because of the Zoom debacle. So I'm gonna record this really quick. Hopefully I get it out soon so that everybody is able to complete today's assignment. So here we go. 这是我们的日历. We're gonna talk about dates and calendar really quickly. So first we have these three words that are the most important words when we're talking about dates. We've got 年, 月, and 日. If you want to know what the pinning is, you could look it up somehow, or all pinning that you need right now is going to be in chapter 1 of your yellow textbook. Okay, that vocabulary list is the main reason I wanted to get those textbooks out to you. Tons of vocabulary that's going to be needed. Normally, I would post it up on a whiteboard. Everybody would be taking notes. So congratulations, you're the first group in 10 years that I just gave the book to, and there's the vocabulary. It's already there for you. So nian. So again, if you need the pinning, look it up in your blue book. It's in the first chapter 1. Nian, yue, ri. What do they mean? Okay, nian, yue, ri. If you remember from Mr. Dong's class, nian is year, yue is moon or month, because the cycles of the moon represented the entire the cycles of the moon represented each month, the changing of the months. That's how they kept track of time and that category of months. And then the last one is 日, which means sun, as in sun, the sun in the sky, which represents the day, because the sun comes up and down. Every time you see a new sun, it's a new day. So 年, 月, 日, year, month, and day. Then we're going to ask the question. This is our main question: is 今天几号? Or you could ask it 今天几日? Okay, today is what day? 日 and how. When we're speaking verbally, we can swap them out for each other when we're speaking about the date. More on that to come in a little bit. But the most common way to ask what's today's date is 今天几号? It's up there in blue. Or you could say 今天几日? Okay, meaning the same thing. Our answer would be 今天是. Today is. Okay, 今天 means today. It's in your yellow book. 今天是. Today is. How do we say the date in Chinese? So in America, 在美国我们会说 August 17th, 2020. Month, day, year. Notice how I said 2020, or some people might say 2020. It's kind of up to us what we do in America. Sorry, in English. So August 17th, 2020. How about 在中国我们怎么说? How do we say that in China? Okay, any guesses? Okay, in Chinese, our time is always biggest to smallest. Okay, I guess it would go like this: biggest to smallest. So it's year, because that's a bigger unit of time, month, because that's a little bit smaller, and day, because that's even smaller. Guess what? When we add in time, next unit, we're going to even add that to our biggest to smallest. So it would be year, month, day. Time of day, is it afternoon, evening, morning? And then the hour, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Then the minutes, right? And then the seconds. So biggest to smallest, goes all the way down. So that's how we say our date. So we say the year, the month, and the day. And one thing that's different from English and Chinese is we don't just say 2020, August 17th. We have to say the amount, and then we say the category of the year. Then we say the amount, and then we say month, and then we say the amount, and we say day. What am I talking about? Let's see. So we say 2020年. You have to say 年. So 2020, 2020 year. We say the category. Then we say 8, 8, and then we say the category again, month. Then we say 17日. We say the amount and then the category, which is 日. So year, month, day. 2020年8月17日. Or you could say, like I said, 17号. I could say how if I wanted. So 年, we're going to break it down now one at a time. 年 is our year. And the way we say year, like I said, in English, we say 2020 or 2020. In Chinese, we always say it the same way, and it's one single digit at a time. So it's 2020年. What if it was 1964? We'd say 1964年. Okay? If it's 1980, 1980年. 2003, 2003年. Okay, digit, 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 nian. Okay, hopefully that's clear. 2020年, one digit at a time. Don't forget to say nian after you say the numbers. That's how we say our year. Then, our month. How do we learn all 12 months? That seems really difficult. In English, you have to learn January, February, March, April, May, all these crazy words. Okay, in Chinese, it's very simple. You say the number, month that you're in, and then you say yue. So, 1月, January. 2月 February, 3月 March, 6月 June, 11月 November, 12月 December. What would May be? May. You got to think, what month is May? January, February, March, April, May. Oh, it's the 5th month. 5月. What month is October? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So it's 10月. The most difficult thing about months is remembering what month is June, what number month is June. So you'll get used to it. It took me, when I was first learning Chinese, I'm a young 19-year-old kid, I had to go, oh, 6月. Now it's second nature. 6月I know is June. 5月is May. You'll learn it too. Okay, so memorize your months. Okay, 1月, 2月, 3月. Pretty straightforward. Or as I said, 很简单. Those characters in the middle. 很简单. Very easy. 很简单. Okay, 日. So how do we say the day of the month? You're simply going to say the number. We're not going to do it individual this time. You'll say the whole number and then follow it with the category. 日. So we'd say 31日, or that would be the 31st. Or for the 18th, I would say 18日. For the 4th, I would simply say 4日. Now, a lot of people think, how do I do the ordinal version of the number? Because in English, we say first, second, the 14th, 17th, the 22nd, right? 22nd, sorry. So we don't do that in Chinese. We have that for other things like first place, second place, fourth place. But with dates, we just say the number and then we say the word 日. So 31日, 18日, 4日. The fourth is just 4日, 4-day. Okay, now when we are hopefully you can't see that sign there. When we are, how do I get rid of this? Ah, no, I wanted that. Let me go back to present. Okay, but maybe now you can see it. So when we're speaking the date verbally, down at the pink, the very bottom there, Chinese speakers will often say how instead of 日. Okay, so they'll often say how instead of 日. And that's only when we're talking about the date. So if I was going to ask, what's today's date? I could say 今天几日, but it's more common to say 今天几号. I take the 日 and swap it out for how. So when I'm answering, I would say 今天是2020年8月17号 instead of 17日. Again, it's optional. You could say 17日. It's fine. But 17号 is more common to use how. When we're writing out the language, though, you always will use 日. 日 is always for written, for sure. When we're speaking, you have the option either 日 or how. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let me go back to full screen. Okay, so, I didn't mean for that to be like that. Let me fix this too really quick. So, when we're writing out the date, you could do it like this. 2020. I like to use those characters. 2020年, right? And then I need 8月, and then for the date, day of the week, I would say 17日. Okay, let me just make this a little smaller so it all fits. Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly. Yeah. So I could say it like that, a little bit bigger. Okay, so I could write out the date like this. And it's the same thing. 2020年8月17日. And that's fine. And that's usually more official documents, but most people just keep it simple. They write it like that. They use the, what are those called? Numerical, alphanumeric digits, right? 2020年8月17日. Same thing, just a little bit simpler. You don't have to write the characters. They're both totally fine with me. When we're speaking, though, we have to speak it the same way. Okay, now moving on. 生日. 什么是生日? What's a 生日? Okay, this word means birthday, you may have guessed. 生 means life, 日 means day, so it's literally a life day. It's your birthday. 生日. Now for this, you can't substitute 日. You can't say 生好. That would be wrong. You can only substitute 好 for 日 when we're speaking about the day of the month. That's the only time. Okay, so 生日 will always be 生日. There's no way to substitute it. 生日 means birthday. If you want the meaning, look it up in your yellow book. 生日 is birthday. Now, how do we ask, when is your birthday? You're going to say, 你的生日几月几日? Or, like I said, we could swap out this 日 for 号. So we'd say, 你的生日几月几号? Okay? And then to answer it, we're going to take those 4 yellow blocks that I highlighted. We're going to change those, but the rest stays the same. So instead of saying 你, we'll say 我, because we're answering for ourselves. So I would say 我的生日. And then the G means what amount. So instead of what month, I'm going to say the month. So I'll say 我的生日10月. And then what day? I would say 6号 or 6日. So the whole sentence, 我的生日10月6号. My birthday is October 6th. Okay, 我的生日10月6号. Pretty simple, straightforward. So try that with your birthday. 你的生日几月几号? And I'm going to ask you that question on Flipgrid today. When is your birthday? 你的生日几月几号? And I want to hear you answer that. Okay, so here's your assignment for today. Go back into Clever, open up Flipgrid, answer those 3 questions there. I know some people are struggling, and my phone's blowing up right now, and I don't know if you're struggling with Flipgrid or not, but I'll figure it out. If it's not working, we'll come up with a substitute because I do want to hear you speaking. I think that it might be just a problem with the logins. And then your second piece is you're going to go to Google Classroom. You had an assignment that you turned in last Friday. Most of you turned it in. I graded it, gave you feedback, returned it. So everybody has that assignment right now. I want you to open that assignment, fix any mistakes you need to fix. If you never did it, then you need to do it. And then, now after today's lesson, you're able to do line 2. Line 2, most people couldn't do, and that's because you needed today's lesson. So now I want you to finish line 2, where you say your birthday, okay? And then submit it again so that I can look at it. And if you have any questions, hopefully I'll be on my Zoom link. It's probably a little bit easier today to use email because today's such a mess, but I will try and get back on my Zoom. Okay, 谢谢你们. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully everybody watches it and gets their work done.